Hey, what is going on, guys? Gaming Zeus here, and today we're here with Derby County DCFC Career Mode. I think we made it to episode 5, or this might be 6. No, I think it's episode 5. But as you can see, the first thing that we have to deal with is a transfer offer for James Bailey. Now, James Bailey is still pretty young, 23 years old, but unfortunately he wasn't in my plans, so I thought, why keep him here? Sell him on. And the free agent that we sent the contract to last episode has come back and has said, you know what, I'm willing to join. Sign me up. So we've accepted him. You know, he's only 20, so I'll put him straight in the team, straight on the subs bench. Hopefully he can develop into quite a good player. You know, and hopefully he develops to better than Frank Fielding is what I'm going for, because at the minute it's just shocking. But I haven't got any money to buy any decent keeper, so I'm just got to deal with it really. Now, our first game in this episode is against Burnley. I think this is a Burnley double because we have Burnley in the Championship, and then we have Burnley in the Capital One Cup a little later on. Well, a little later on in the episode, next match in real time. Yeah, moving on. As you can see, I thought I'd leave in the little animation bit as to the flip of the coin to see who gets to take the shots and that. But I think the main reason was because I haven't showed you guys where I'm in the table. So as you can see, I'm doing really badly actually. 17th out of 24th, won 1, drew 1, and lost 2 on 4 points, which isn't good enough. So this game I was really hoping to step up my game, but as you can see, this is the Burnley team that they put out. Playing a 4-4-2 formation, 2 high strikers, and then this is my team, the Derby team, front field in the net. I think it's a 4-1-2-1-2. Yeah, Pogba defensive mid, Hughes attacking midfielder, and I've got Austin and Robinson up front together. And yeah, they're making for quite the pairing. You know, you've got the pace. You've got the pace of Robinson, and you've got the technical ability of Austin. Now the first chance falls to me. Well, the first good bit of play, good bit of movement, good opportunity falls to me. You know, a lovely little turn by Robinson. If Austin could have just turned that little bit quicker, he possibly could have got the shot off. Beautiful work by Will Hughes there to try and set up Jamie Ward. I was trying to just get past him, get past that defender and have a shot. Again, some lovely little passing by the defenders to set up this attacking move. Theo Robinson on the right produces a lovely shot, which was really the story of the game. Theo Robinson played excellently in this game. He basically he played like I've never seen him play before, basically. I mean, he was just outstanding. His passing was brilliant, his shooting was fantastic, his movement was amazing. He was generally his all-round game was just, it looked like he'd upped a level. But here's some lovely movement, a lovely little through ball by Will Hughes there, a lovely bit of vision. Now, in hindsight, I probably should have shot instead of gone for the sweaty, but not a lot I can do. And then it does eventually fall to Will Hughes, and Will Hughes, you know, he's not very good shooting, he's brilliant everywhere else. He's still got a lot of developing to do, but it was an alright shot, I suppose. Now Charlie Austin makes his way. If he had that little bit of pace as well, he would have got a better shot on target there, but unfortunately his shot gets blocked. But the ball, the pressure that we were putting Burnley under was just immense. A lovely shot there by Michael Jacobs to force the keeper to produce a fantastic save, and then of course the keeper comes out and collects the ball safely and calmly. And then he kicks it up the pitch. My defender heads it, and again we're straight on top of them. A lovely little pass there by Austin to Michael Jacobs, I think that was, and what a fantastic save that was by the Burnley keeper. It was honestly outstanding to deny Theo Robinson that goal. And again, look at that for a shot. On his weaker foot, Theo Robinson hits the post. I don't think I've ever seen anyone ever attempt a shot like that with the weaker foot. You know, it was just fantastic, that shot then. I just can't get over it. I was amazed when I did it, when I first got the gameplay. I'm still amazed now when watching it back. But Pogba, again, he's been fantastic in that holding midfielder role. You know, he's an outstanding player, an outstanding talent. Now Michael Jacobs is a little cut inside, some lovely little pass and play here. Unfortunately, the pass from Theo Robinson to Austin doesn't get through, but it does eventually fall back to Theo Robinson. Theo Robinson takes the shot with his left foot, and you got to say he doesn't miss by a lot there. It was unlucky, really. It was probably a couple of inches over the bar there. But again, look, Theo Robinson is doing all the work, setting it up, movement. You know, Theo Robinson here cuts round the outside of two defenders, completely shuts the defenders off. And what a fantastic finish that is by him. It was outstanding. You know, that near post OP worked for me yet again. And look at this. Oh, I didn't show the replay. Oh dear. Well, I'll keep that in mind for next time when we want to replay it. But yeah, it was an absolutely fantastic goal. He turned one defender, turned another defender, and the first defender tries to slide him, and it was just, his pace was just too good. And again, Charlie is there with some fantastic play, and Austin takes a shot, and what a wonderful save by the keeper that was. But unfortunately, he pushes it straight into Will Hughes' path, and Will Hughes gets his goal. And you know, I think I could have scored it. I mean, even when I was on my crushes, when I dislocated my kneecap, I'd have been able to score that. And I mean, if he didn't score that, I probably would have just took him out of the team forever and not played him again and sold him. But some sloppy defending by O'Brien then to give the ball away, and then a lovely through ball from the Burnley winger through to the forward. But my keeper really should have got that. I don't know why he didn't. But here we are, Pogba leading the attack. Theo Robinson again, using that pace to sprint straight down the wing. Unfortunately, the defender somehow catches up with him, gets a tackling, but Robinson doesn't give up on it that easily. So it comes out to Austin, and Austin plays a lovely little knock onto Will Hughes, and another fantastic, classy finish by Hughes. I mean, it was just outstanding. Will Hughes, you know, I said that Theo Robinson played well, but Will Hughes was on another level as well in the second half. I mean, everything just went through him. It was always there. He was always begging for the ball. It was just an outstanding game for the youngsters. And again, Frank Fielding should have got the ball there. It was a simple cross. You know, he was there. He should have jumped up, caught that ball. He should have been dominant in the air, but unfortunately, he wasn't. So I do make a couple of substitutions. I think I just swapped the two centre backs out because Richard Keogh is back from injury, so I wanted to get him some game time to help him with his fitness. And then I had I think I bought on Naylor for Mark O'Brien as well. So the two centre backs have been swapped out, but at this point, 80th minute, you know, they were putting me under some immense pressure, but some lovely passing. I mean, my players passing here, it was just all like one touch football, or like, you know, a couple of touches football. And although the pressure was high, we dealt with it fantastically. And there we go. Unfortunately, Theo Robinson doesn't get the man of the match. I think he got an 8.4 or a 9.4 rating. And then Will Hughes does actually get the man of the match for a 9.6 rating and his 2 goals. Which, you know, like I say, he played fantastically in that second half, and he deserved that award. So here's Tom Naylor, the lad who was filling in for Richard Keogh. And, you know, it's not only me that's noticed his form. The papers have noticed his form as well. You know, Naylor sparkles again. He's been playing fantastically for this season. He's been playing amazingly, and he is he's done well. He's done well to deal with the pressure of coping with the fact that he's going to have to take over from the captain, because Richard Kyogi was the captain, but you know, he was injured, so we had to replace the defender somehow, and you know, Tom Naylor does it. So as you can see, up in first is Bolton, lost none, won 4 and drew 1. Then the only other team unbeaten is Blackburn Rovers, who have won and drew some. But as you can see, we're not doing well. We're doing a bit better now. I think we're in about 10th or around there. So you know, after that win, it did bump us up the table a little bit. And here we go again. Like I was saying earlier, it's a Burnley double. We've got Burnley in the cup. I think I fielded nearly the exact same team, apart from the keeper. I just swap out the keeper and put the new boy in to let him get some experience. And of course, I put the centre backs in there as well. Richard Keogh, you know, because I thought, right, I'll give him 90 minutes this time because he's you know, he's just come back from injury, so I'll swap it out of it. I think I do keep O'Brien in the side, so we'll see if he can live up to the expectations and see if he can do well as well as Naylor's been doing in that centre back position. Now the first attack again, it goes to me. You know, I dominated this game as well, much like the other game where we just dominated Burnley. And apart from the only difference is that this game we dominate in possession more than anything. We don't have as many chances because I don't know why, but the forwards just seemed what's the word? Sluggish. They just seemed really sluggish and slow. They didn't seem like they wanted to score any goals. They just didn't seem like Robinson didn't have the same intensity that he had the other game. Austin, he just wasn't the machine that I know him to be. They were just, and Will Hughes, I can understand Will Hughes. He's only 17, so he's not going to have the biggest stamina. He's not going to be fully developed yet. He's not going to be the best, so I can understand that. But Theo Robinson, you know, is 23, I think. Charlie Austin again, 23, 24, and these are the players that should be there, winning. And again, the defence got slack as well there, letting them through, letting the cross come in, letting the free header just nip by the post. And I don't know what it was. It was just it seemed really different. And the fact that I don't know what I just cannot describe it at all. But we do get a few chances in this game. As you can see there, Theo Robinson forces a lovely save from the keeper. And from that becomes a corner. But unfortunately nothing happens in the corner. It just it's well treated. No, not treated. Well, God damn, I cannot speak today at all. Well defended. That's not the word, but that'll have to do. It was well defended by Burnley there to get it out and get the counter attack swiftly moving. But this was the off chance of some nice passing. You know, normally Michael Jacobs would have already been there. Michael Jacobs or Brayford, they would have already been there to so that Austin could play it down the wing to get the crossing. Now I thought that was just an awful shot by Austin, but apparently it went for a corner. But again, the keeper deals with it very well, and the keeper, I have to admit, he did play fantastically in this game as well. There weren't as many spectacular saves, but there were some fantastic, you know, just general goalkeeping play. You know, just catching the ball, doing the simple things. But this was where the Burnley midfielder got caught out by, I think that might be Michael Jacobs across there. It is, yep. And he cuts inside and he takes that shot, and you know, it was a good save. And in fact, it was a fantastic double save. I thought that went out for a corner. In fact, I think even the commentator said it's gone for a derby corner, but for some reason it played on. So that pissed me off a little bit. But some lovely defending from Hodgkinson puts him off, but he doesn't put him off quite enough. And I don't know how that 5 foot fuck-all striker is managing to get the head on every time, but somehow he just constantly does, and he tackles my defender. And there we go. Unfortunately, Burnley score in the 68th minute. So it's not quite a late goal, but it's a late-ish goal. And I don't want that to. I don't want to fall into the routine of conceding late goals again, because as we all know, last time, well, pretty much the run of games, the first run of games last time, you know, it ended up being just conceding late goals. There's some dodgy work from the goalkeeper there. I can understand why his rating's so low, and I don't know whether or not I'll be keeping him or, you know, but I can't just judge him on one performance. So I will be keeping an eye on him, making sure he does improve his game, because he's just not been playing up to the standard this game. He's not been playing up to a high enough standard this game at all. But some lovely work. Sets up Connor Salmon. I fed the fish, but the fish couldn't score. The fish was fed, but he just couldn't score, unfortunately. So the end of the game there. I know this game wasn't as entertaining as the first one, but like I say, it was a pretty boring game, just dominated by possession. There weren't too many chances each way, and the chances that we did get, I pretty much showed them all. But the reason, that's the reason basically. And now even the press are noticing that Charlie Austin is not scoring enough goals for me at all. He's not doing well enough. And here we go, guys. Like I said earlier, it is transfer deadline day, but unfortunately there won't be any activity from me, because I just don't have the money for it. I haven't got any money in my transfer budget. So unfortunately, you just have to see who other players have bought. The Wolves tried to go in for Shamak, but Shamak said no, I'm not going down to league to the Championship. I think it's still they are still in the Championship for this game. It's 2014 when they'll be in League 1. Wow, it's a weird thought that they'll be in League 1 for 2014, for FIFA 14. Jesus. But yeah, like I say, I'm sorry that there wasn't much action from me in the transfer window, but I just didn't have a budget for it. So Manchester City and Borussia Dortmund are in talks to sell Mats Hummels to City from Dortmund. You know, it always seems to be that City go in for Hummels and De Rossi. It's always De Rossi as well, and it always seems to be that Chelsea go for Benzema. There you go. You can see the budget that was spent. Well, it wasn't a lot. Again, I hope you enjoyed this episode. There will be a special transfer review episode from me coming up in the next few days. So I'll see you then, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace, guys.